What are we gonna call this guy?
Dr. Octopus.
That's crap.
Science Squid?
Crap.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good. But it's taken.
Zola's algorithm is a program for choosing insects' targets.
What targets?
You, a TV anchor in Cairo, the Undersecretary of Defense, a high school valedictorian in Iowa City, Bruce Banner, Stephen Strange, anyone who's a threat to Hydra.
Looking for you.
Doctor Strange is the newest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as part of Marvel Phase 3. It's about Dr. Stephen Strange. He's a neurosurgeon, he's arrogant, he's good at what he does. But then one unfortunate night, an accident causes him to lose all the nerves in his hands, so now he's all shaking, and now he can't be a neurosurgeon. And so he tries everything from Western medicine, and then he goes to Comatage to see the Ancient One, and she shows him a world full of reality-bending magic. And then he wants to learn that, and then other stuff happens that he has to save the world now. Pretty solid plot. Now, prior to this movie, I did not know who Doctor Strange was. Honestly, I did not know who he is. All I know is that he was a playable character on Marvel vs. Capcom, but even before then, all I know was the little name mentioned in Spider-Man 2, which is pretty much contrary to my intro of this video. But otherwise, I did not have any pre-existing knowledge of him. All I just knew was his name, and I did not really know the full extent of his powers, so I wasn't really a fan of him going into it. I'm not saying I'm not a fan, just didn't really know him. But honestly, I can say after this movie, I'm like, I am on board with him. And Benedict Cumberbatch is one of those reasons. Like, he pretty much embodied Stephen Strange. Like, he pretty much illustrated this arrogant, full of himself surgeon to this now humble sorcerer supreme. Tilda Swinton as the H1, she also has something to do with that. I know some people might have a problem with the movie due to the controversy of Tilda Swinton playing a traditionally Asian character. But after you see her performance in this movie, you instantly forget all about that, and you'll see, it works in the movie. And she pretty much elevated this movie, and I just loved her character in this movie. Chiwetel Ejiofor as Mordo, he also elevated this movie as well. I can't wait to see more of him in future movies. And even Rachel McAdams as pretty much the love interest in this movie. Now, I know it's kind of a typical love interest in this movie, or any other Marvel movie, but I say, she pretty much helps and elevates him, pretty much keeps the humanity within Doctor Strange and pretty much balances that out. So, I feel like as long as she did that, I feel like she did her job in this movie as well as the character did its job in this story. And the visuals in this movie are stunning and just out of this world. This is probably the type of, I don't recommend it, but this is probably the movie that you would probably have to be in an altered mind state to see, because this movie is trippy as fuck. And the visuals also help with the action in this movie, because the action in this movie is just amazing. As far as the negatives in this movie, I feel one of the negatives in this movie is just something the movie can't escape. And it's the fact that it's an origin story. And I'm not saying the origin story is bad, it's just, I feel like it's an origin story we've seen a million times. At this point, it's just starting to get retired. It just feels like the same formula Marvel has been following over and over and over again. And the fact that, it's an origin story and we see Doctor Strange trying to learn and train himself, that's where the movie kind of slows down for me a little bit. And it's the fact that this is probably the most different Marvel movie to date, and not the general public knows who he is. And so they're trying to explain things about Doctor Strange, about how this type of magic works, and that when we finally learn, it's they go to the next thing, and they try to explain everything through exposition. Then they go to the next thing, wait, I was just learning, what? So at that moment, it kind of moves too fast. It moves too fast, but at the same time, it kind of slows down to the point where it's hold up, wait a minute. And of course, these movies continue their streak of weak Marvel villains. Mads Mikkelsen is the villain in this movie, and he wasn't terrible. He isn't Ronan the Accuser or Malekith from Thor: The Dark World. He's just, well, his intentions are good, but at the same time, he's could have had a more compelling villain. Other than that, I feel like this is a very good story and very good movie. Even though I feel like the origin story kind of falters the movie a little bit, I still feel like it's great. And I feel because, with Doctor Strange, I feel like he's a character that the general public doesn't know. And if the movie's job was to pretty much introduce us to Doctor Strange and get on board with who he is and what he is as a character, and how he fits into the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and get me curious and interested in how they're going to utilize them in future movies. And I feel like as long as the movie did that, then I think the movie did its job. So because of that, I'm pushing to give Doctor Strange 4 stars for worth money at matinee price. Thank you so much for listening, and if you liked this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, check out my channel. The link is in the description below. And be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Movie Pilot, and Periscope. Peace.